Hey, welcome to the OKR Rant, where I get to be French and complain about the way you treat your goals. So in this first edition, I want to talk about monthly OKRs and why it's a massive problem. And especially because it basically, it means that you're looking at your goals when you're already dead. Let me explain. So this is going to be a typical key result. So you want to go from here to there. This is where the money is. And so in this case, we're tracking ourselves like on a monthly basis. So after the first month, this is where we land. And a couple of things that are important on this graph, you're going to see that this dot is not lined up with this line. It's a little bit after that line because all these meetings, they happen in the first week of the next month. So your first meeting for reviewing progress on month 1 is going to happen on month 2. The next meeting is going to happen in month 3. Okay, so that's super important to remember. So this is also the worst situation possible for you because you feel like you're doing well. Whereas like if that dot was here, you will start to have like some interesting conversation with your team about what we can do to be better. Now, you're going to move through the quarter like this, being like super happy about the state of things. And then the next time you meet, this is what happens, right? So we were cool here, not so cool here now. And this is when the WTF moment starts in the company because you're already in the third month of a quarter and you only have 2 to 3 weeks for you to set up a meeting with the teams to try to figure out what the hell happened over here, why we're so far from the line, and try to set up a plan to catch up to super important goal while this gap is only going to increase. And so you end up here. So that's what I mean by if you track your OKRs on a monthly basis, you're pretty much using them as a post-mortem when you're already dead. Because by the time you're looking at your goals, there's not a lot that you can do to fix things. If this was like a 12-month plan, I would say that's okay because you got 12 months to look at things. But if you're looking at quarterly OKRs, that's just not going to make it. So the right way to do this, like if you want to really use OKRs as a tool that is helping you like drive strategy and make sure that you're not going to fall behind that much, is to do weekly check-ins. And weekly check-ins, it doesn't have to be super expensive. It's just a 30-minute meeting on a Monday, on a Tuesday if you want, where you just look at all the OKRs. Like each team has their own meeting. It doesn't have to be like the entire company. It should be like 30 minutes. Let's look at the things. Okay, we'll look at revenue. It's green, green, green. We don't have to talk too much about it. But this weekly tracking will allow us to see when things are starting to dip early, right? Instead of waiting month number 3 to realize that we're in the red, we can start seeing things dip early. And by mid-month number 2, we're going to start having a plan of action that is going to take some time to kick in, right? So it's going to take maybe like 2 to 3 weeks for us to see the payoffs of the efforts that we do here. But that's how you get back on track. That's how you enable your teams to make the right decisions and to achieve their goals on time. So the reason why teams are not doing this, it's mainly because usually the tooling used to track OKRs sucks and people hate doing the process. So if that's your case, if that's your team, then please come and talk to us. Like we have a solution that can help. But the other thing is like, it's just like sometimes people are not aware that this is going to be the reality. So what I invite you to do, it's super simple. If you have like a spreadsheet or doc with your goals in there, make sure you set up a meeting in the calendar on Monday. It should be 30 minutes, not more than, it's like max 10 people in that meeting. And it should be like a meeting for each team and just ask people to just, talk about the progress. And you'll notice like it's going to make a huge difference, especially if you're able to plot things on the graph and see that, hey, we're starting to flatten out, right? Or we've been yellow for a while and maybe we need to do something about it. Okay, that's my rant. So stop using OKRs as post-mortem. I know that it's hard, right? And it's aspirational to get there, so it's going to take some time. If you feel like it's difficult, if it's the first time you're using OKRs, it's perfectly okay to do it on a monthly basis, but at some point you should try to have like that more frequent updates if you really want it to become like a tool for change. Okay, that's it. Thanks for the time and thanks for watching this. Ciao.